Hi, my name is Kate. Let's create this simple animation in FlipaClip. It can be even more fancy if you edit it later. Let's go. I will start with creating the project called Trumpet. I'll choose the background, very simple white paper, going back, and then I'm choosing the TikTok 1080p format of the canvas, and I just click on create the project. Now the canvas is ready for work. The first thing that I will do is I will create a skeleton on the first layer, and I'm just going to use the simple pen and draw a head, just round head like this, and then I'll do a skeleton like that. Now this person is sitting somewhere, so there will be a chair, stool like this, and then there is one leg, there will be another leg like this, and then I'll do the trumpet. Just like that, and then I do two hands that starts from the shoulders. Shoulders are going to be almost in the middle of the torso. This is torso. Here, like almost in the middle, shoulders, that's the style. And I think that even feet should be a little bit longer, something like this. And this is just a skeleton for us to see how we will draw over it, so don't worry if you go through it a few times. So now we have hands, one hand, second hand, and yeah, they're going to hold this trumpet in different places. So one hand, left hand, this one is left hand, is going to hold the trumpet at the beginning and have fingers like this, and another one will hold here. And basically I'll make the hair like this, afro, and also from this trumpet we will hear the sounds coming out later, so we will draw also the notes. Something like that. So that's the skeleton. Now we're ready to draw on the top of this skeleton, so we will make the skeleton less visible, just like that, so it doesn't disturb us, but we still see, yeah, somewhere here. And we need to have another layer for this, so we will add layer, and straight away I'll call this layer. We will make for different body parts different layers. So for head and trumpet I'll have a separate layer. I save it, and I'm ready to draw the layer. For this I'll make a change in the which pen I'm going to use. So I'm going to, you see the choice of the pens, I'm going to use only the simple pen and maybe the airbrush later, but now just simple pen. And I have to change the size of it and the colors. So I have the preset of colors, which I'm going to import here. How I'm doing this, I have I will add colors in as an image from my phone. Here are the colors that I have chosen, and now as I've edited, let me just make it to be visible. I'm going to delete it later. Now I'm going just to reference my new palette on the phone preset, yeah? So I'm creating the new preset. I'll call this preset trumpet. I hold on the name preset 17 or whatever number you have. When you hold, then you can rename. So I'll call it trumpet. I have many presets. I'll keep it in order. So I save it, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the picker tool and show the color I want to pick. When it's done, I'm just going to go to colors and edit. just like this, by holding the color which I want to place. Same thing I do for the rest of the colors till I fill all this preset. So color picker, next color, going back to the color picker preset and adding this by clicking plus, going again to find the color I'm choosing now. The third one, adding here, again I'm choosing the fourth one, adding here, going to color picker, and the last color, adding here, and my preset now is ready for work. I will come back to it later. For now I'm just going to use the selection tool and delete this picture so that I can draw over here, and I'm just checking I am on the layer which I have renamed head. Here is where I will draw, and I will draw the following way. I'm going to pen tool, settings, and I'm going to choose the color for the skin. It's going to be orange, and I'm going to make it a little bit darker, just like that, because the rest of the colors I'm going still to use. So I did it dark orange, and now I'm increasing the size of my pen so that I can draw perfect cycle. You can see that the cycle is perfect. It's not because I'm so skilled, but because I have chosen the large size of this pen. Let me make it a little bit smaller, so my head will look like that. That's the head. Now I'm going to draw lips for this head, so for this I will make the size smaller. I'm going to 16. Let me increase a little bit. I will make the lips going out like that. And I'll add a little bit brown color to the lips themselves, just like this. Okay, so this person is going to play a trumpet, and what else is missing here is the eyes. So I will add eyes. They are going to be about the same color with the skin. Just ensure that you have the opacity set here to 100, because I had other settings. So now I'm going to draw the eyes. One eye is going to be like this. It's eyelid actually that is closed, so he has closed eyelids. And another eyelid is going to be just like this. So he has large eyes, closed eyelids. And how I will know that they are closed? So now I'm going to switch to another pen, which is airbrush. I'm going to change the color with the color picker to the skin color that I have chosen previously, and now I will draw over the eyes just like this, so that I don't have this border over here. And same thing goes for this eye. But we don't want to go out of the border over here, so I have to make it closer. So I want to remove the border like this, okay? And I want those eyes to be a little bit popping out, so I will need to have a lighter color. So let me go here and create a lighter color and just make like this. So this is how the eyes are popping out. And just to make it a little bit more attractive, I will make the lips. I have to remake the lips with the brown color because I have the opacity here. I had opacity, it was a problem. Yeah, so let me just select the color and redraw the lips on the top. Because for the lips we also will do the airbrush. I go to change airbrush, and we're going to do some highlights for the lips so that they look more closer to not 3D, but something like they have volume, sorry. So this is going to be the lips, and I'll also blend them with this color. So this is how I'm doing it. To blend, I'm selecting this color with color picker and I'm blending just like this. What I want is I want to have this transition not that visible. That's why I'm doing. It's just for the style. So I think like I'm satisfied now with the style. And I want to add also some volume to the head itself. So I'm going to go to color picker again, select this color of the skin, and go to the box with my colors and make it darker so that I can make a shadow like this, but it's going to be opaque, not like 100%, just like this. So I'm changing the opacity, and even more I'm changing the opacity, maybe like this, and I'm going just to make a circle somewhere here, maybe a little bit bigger size and less opacity. So this shadow should make this head look like it is a sphere. You can see it now, most probably as a sphere. I will go for the same style for the hair, and I will not draw the hair just on the top here. I will create another layer and then I will merge them. So here it goes, another layer. I'll take this layer down, and now I will focus on drawing the hair. For this I'll go to the normal pen and increase the size, so I make the shape like this. And now I'm going to make a shadow, so it means that, but not in this pen, in the airbrush. And here I'm going to increase opacity, and you can increase opacity just like this or the way I showed you, and I'll make it darker, and I'll make a bigger size so that I can make a shadow like this, even bigger. So that's the shadow. Anything outside the shadow is considered to be what? Light, highlights. So there are highlights around the hair. That's the head, but we want to have on the same layer this head, and also we need to have a trumpet on the same layer. So I will draw the trumpet over here and then I will merge them. I'm going to select a normal pen for this, just like that, and I'll choose different color from my palette. It's going to be this yellow for the trumpet, and I'm drawing the trumpet just like this. Sorry, it's too big, smaller size of the pen, and I'm drawing the trumpet. Just like this. So let me make now smaller size of the trumpet so that I can make this even smaller size of the pen, sorry, not of the trumpet. Yeah, sounds like this. And now I want to add also highlights and shadows, and since this is a metal and not skin, I want to make shadows look like this. So I'm just, let me go to another pen, which is airbrush, pen type change to airbrush, and now choose the same color, and now drag it down so that we have shades, shadow. Yeah, so I will make shadow here. Oh, sorry, it's too big, smaller. So make a shadow over here, smaller. Shadow over here. Here we will have hands, so we don't need shadow over there. I don't do shadow, but you can. you just make it smaller so that it doesn't go outside of the and now we will make a shadow over here, but with a bigger size, and make it darker. Yeah, just like this. And now we will make less opacity, bigger size, and make it like this. And then again, less opacity, bigger size, and just make a stroke like this. You see, it looks like a trumpet, but we will make also highlights. And highlights is the opposite of the darker. So we will go here and increase opacity. And now those highlights will appear here on the top. It will appear here, here, and now even less size and lighter highlights, almost white, less size. We will put it on the same, like almost the same spot where we had, but it's going to be less size, yeah? So now this looks more like a trumpet which has the volume. So this part is ready. Now what we have to do is to merge those layers, because we have head layer, but we have hair and trumpet on different layers. This is how you merge. You just drag one layer to another, and it says, would you like to merge? Would you like to merge head layer with layer 3? Yeah, we want. But I have to rename it to head again. Yeah, got it. So this part is ready now. When we're ready, we will move head, and it's going to animate the head, make it move up and down. But the head has to be connected to the body. So the next part is drawing the body, and we will do it the following way. It might sound strange, but body we will divide to the following parts. It's going to be hands separate, then body with the left leg separately and the right leg separately. So we create another layer for this, and it's going to be called body, knowing that not all the body is going to be on this layer. So what we're working now with is with this part and this part. For this, we are going to choose the normal pen, make the size that suits us, maybe a little bit less, like 50. Yeah, it's good. And now I'm going to go to color picker and pick the color of the skin that we have on the face, and draw just like this part of the body. Some things are not going to be visible, yeah, so we are going to draw clothes on the top, but for now we have the body like this, and I made make shoulders already. Now we are going to choose what color will be our clothes. So I choose the dark brown, dark blue for the feet, and I'm going to draw the pants like this. I'm going to increase a little bit the size of this pen, so I'm going to draw hips over here like this, and then just very simple movement for the legs like this. And basically this is it for our right, it's left leg. And now we need to draw top. It's going to be bright lighter color, and the top will look like that. So we draw similar stroke as we have for shoulders, and now draw thing like this, and then we just close this part over here. So and the rest, the hands will be just the color of the body. Now we need to make some shadows, and the shadows will go as follows. So we go to the airbrush and just pick with the color picker the part we want to shadow, and make it a little bit darker, and then shadow the spot. So the shadow that we will have for the neck is going to be from this side, just a little bit bigger. Sorry, just like this. Now we need to have the shadow for the blouse, so we use the color picker. Not necessary, but you can do it like this, and then make darker, little bit darker color. Just take it like this. We increase the size of this airbrush and make shadow here, yeah, like this. Now the same for the leg. So we choose the color of the pants that we selected for the leg and make them darker, and make a shadow over here. So this looks more like 3D now. We miss chair, so we need to have a chair separately. So let's go and add one more layer for the chair. And the chair we have to choose from our palette. So I think I will do it also yellow, but we will shade it differently. So, sorry, it's going to be different pen. Don't forget to switch pens. So yellow, yeah. Bigger size so that we have nice forms, not that big, like around 100 for the stool. Don't worry, it goes on the top because we have a layer that's on the top. We will move this layer later down, and the chair will be look like it's set upon, so it's okay. So now we're drawing the stool like this, and now shadows. Again, for the shadows we select airbrush, make darker color, and make a shadow like this. Here, here, and here. So it looks like that. And also the shadow from this person sitting, but a bigger size. Yeah, just maybe something like this, I think is gonna work. Now let's move the chair below the body and below the head. Let's move the body below the head. Be careful not to merge. And let's look at it, the composition. Looks quite nice. By the way, the feet, they don't have shoes. We will add shoes also. No worries about this. Just maybe let's go straight away to the body layer and increase the size. Let's take a normal brush, pen brush, and choose again the color of the skin, because I want to make shoes just darker brown color, and make shoes just like this. Yeah, very simple. We will do the same now for the other leg. We forgot we don't have a leg, so let's go and create one layer for a right leg. This is going to be a right leg which is separate from the body, because we will move those things. This layer I am naming a right leg, and I will right leg, okay? And I'm going to draw now the same, almost the same leg as I have here, with this brush. I just take the color, but this color of the pants that we had previously, we will make it darker, just a little bit darker, because the leg that is farther there is less visible for the light. Don't forget that the leg is going to look like this, but don't forget that we're going to have it below the body layer, so it's okay. I forgot to have something here. It's the part of the leg that doesn't have the clothes, so let me add it. This is the color that I need. Just will make a stroke like this. Anything that is forgotten here, I'll correct. So I'll go to this color here and correct. Okay, and now the shoe. So I go to color picker, choose this color, and make the shoe just like this. Now this leg also have shadow which is darker than what we have picked for the main color. So let's go and make it darker. Oh, sorry, it's going to be in the airbrush. So we choose the color that we picked previously for this right leg, but it's going to be darker, and we're going to make a shadow for this leg. And now it's time to place this leg here below the body layer. Now it looks much better, but there should be some light that is falling here in the area of the knee. So let's make them like this. Let's make a lighter color and add some light to the area of the knee, just like this. Okay. What is missing is having hands, so let's add both hands. It's going to be a next layer on the top of the body, and we will call it hands. Now it's going to be very simple. We go to the pen tool, select the color of the skin, and just make a line from here to here and from here to here. Oh, sorry, no. Make the line from here to here. We will have two different layers for each hand, okay? So the one hand is going to have the following. So you make first the line like this. Let me remake it. So you will make the line like this, which stops at shoulders, and you will make also a smaller size of the pen and make fingers just like this. Maybe not like this, maybe like this, or let me redo. I don't like the fingers. They will be not that large. Yeah, just like this. Okay, and this layer will go on the top of the head. So now you can see that he plays on the trumpet and holds it with the left hand. And now let's do one more layer for the other hand. But before we go there, don't forget about shadows for this hand. For this I'll just go to airbrush tool. I'll choose the color of the skin, and I'll go back and make it darker as usual. This is how we do it, and make the size smaller so that I can draw the shadow of the hand like this. Yeah. And so same thing for the other hand, but it's going to be a different layer. This layer is going to be just below the body and the other leg. So add layer over the chair. It's going to be right hand. So now we're going back to the pen tool. The color for the pen tool is already set. We just change the size of it, and we make it like this. So the shoulder is a little bit visible here, and make smaller size for the fingers, and fingers can go just like that. And now time for airbrush. The color is set already for the airbrush. We just make it like this. Okay, now this is ready to be animated with the music. And now we're going to import the sound and start moving around this animation. I'm going to the button to add the sound over here, click on plus, and I have a choice: audio library, recorder, or add audio. So I will add audio because it's from my phone. And now I have to go to section audio so that it's sorted by MP3s, and I'm choosing this audio. We import all the audio. However, we will be recording, we will be animating from this part. So you can see that the audio has intro, and then there is the part where he is actually moving. So I will play for you this part so that you understand what we are animating, and later this audio can be extended, and also the intro can be animated, but we are going to focus on this, and let me play it for you. To analyze the import of the audio, you have to decide into which track you will drop it. So I will drop it into the first track, and after this I will edit out the intro. So now you can see that the intro is going until the second 4.5. It's on the slide 55, or on the frame 55. When I will cut out this part, we will have the song we're working with, and our puppet will be moving in a cycle through the music cycles, which is like you can see the dip here, and then here and here and here, and basically to this dip we will do a movement. I'll show you later exactly how. So let's first remove the intro. Just click on the track, select the left side, and just drag it to the left. Until 4.5 seconds until here. Okay, and now you have to drag the whole track to the beginning by holding it and just moving to the first frame. And now you can see that it's moved, and we have the total of 89 frames. At the end we have most probably a TikTok sound, so maybe like 86 frames. We will edit it out later. For now, this sound is the one we're working with, and I'm going to multiply the first frame and start moving it in a cycle. So now when we roughly know what we will, how we will animate the image, let's start multiplying the images and changing the position for some elements. For this, let's return to our normal view. We're using this, and let's just copy paste the first frame till the frame 6. The frame 6, if we return back to the audio, the frame 6 is where the trumpet starts, and it ends at frame 10. So we will start changing the position of the frame 6. Let's go back to our normal view so that we can edit the layers. So we have all these layers that are going to be animated, and this is how we're going to do it. Let's start with the body layer. So let's go to the body layer where you have the body and one leg, and this body layer we will choose with our selection tool, and then this is the anchor point that we have to catch and move to the butt position, because when we turn by using this key, the body will turn around this anchor point, and we will move it just a little bit like that. So we still have the one layer that is below, yeah, so you can see how much you turn, just like this. And this is to show that he's singing, that his trumpet will be singing a little bit on the top. Now, the next thing that we will do is move the head and the trumpet. So we will do exactly the same thing. We select everything, and we move a little bit the head to where it had to be placed. And now we have to change the anchor point to the place where we have the connection with the neck, and turn the head to the top like this. And now we have to change the hands. So we are doing exactly the same. We're going to the hands. I have one hand. I'll choose it. Also, I have to turn it just like this, and I'm going to place it where there is a shoulder. But when I place it to the shoulder, I have now to change the anchor point to place it on the shoulder, and then I have to have my hand to match with the trumpet. And unfortunately, it doesn't match with the trumpet, so it means I have to go back to the head and select the head with the trumpet, or again move the anchor point to the neck and move a trumpet with the head a little bit lower to match the hand holding. Yeah. So you can see that it's like there will be a little bit movement, not too much movement. We can also do some corrections to this hand holding if necessary later. Now I'm going to place properly the other hand that I have, so I'm going to the layer with the other hand, which is this one, and again I'll select it. I'll select the hand, I'll place the anchor point on the shoulder. I'll place the shoulder properly, and then I'll turn this layer like that. Maybe just a little bit, yeah, for him to hold the trumpet, to place like this. In case it's too difficult to place, you see it's misplacement there, we can raise the shoulder a little bit, or you can stretch just a little bit, not too much, stretch just a little bit this hand. Yeah, I think it looks nice. It looks nice. So now we have position from here to here. So we have position that is moving from here to here. I have cut off the head for some reason, so there is a solution for this. In case it happened to you, you see I have cut off the head over here. What can be done is I can replace the head. So I will just delete, oops, sorry, this is wrong layer. So I will just go to the head layer, select it, delete it, and then I'll go to the previous layer, select the head again, and correct the issue that I have created. Copy this layer, paste the layer, and then I'll do the movement like this. I'll just make place the anchor point to the place where I need to connect with the neck, and then I will move. The reason it was cut off is because I did this movement previously where I've released the head and it was cut off. That's why. So let me ensure that I have proper correction now. Maybe I have to make it just a little up. I think it should be something like that. Okay, so it comes from here to here, from here to here. Yeah, I think it looks good. So you see the hands are crossing, also is good. And now this frame is going to be used for 4 frames. So we're going to copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste till frame 10. So we have it like this. Yeah, so he will be playing like that. And there is some more animation from the part 6. We're going to do some changes to his fingers. So I'm going to the hand. I'm going to change the pen to normal pen. Select the color of the skin with the color picker, and ensure that the length, the size of it is okay. And now I'm going to animate little bit fingers. So I will have one finger going like this. Then I'll go to the frame 7, and I will have another finger going like this. Frame 8, and I will have again the finger going like this. Frame 9, again I have this finger, and then I can have 2 fingers. Just ensure that it looks like a continuation. And when I will move the frames, you will see that there is some kind of playing motion. Looks like he is playing. Yeah. Now the next part now will be just copy pasting those frames and matching them together. But one thing that I want to add is to enlarge the trumpet when it makes the sound. This is what we're going to do now. This we will do for the frames 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we have to match it with the music. So what I will do, I'll go to the selection tool, I'll go to the layer head, and in this layer I'll just cut out like this the trumpet head, and I will increase it like this. So this is the trumpet head. Now let me make it closer so that I do the exact selection of the line over here. Maybe just it has to be exactly here, starting from this corner to this corner. It's important. So you have this corner, and then when you disconnect, you can enlarge this piece. You can copy it and have it just one time. Copy and enlarge this piece when you will have music playing. But I'm not going to do it just like this. I have copied this piece and I'm going to match it with the music. So let's go and do it now. So now we know that up to this frame 15, we still need to have this player to play, and we are missing some frames. So we will just go and copy the frame 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and paste it so we have 5 more frames of him playing in this part of the sound. For this I'll just go back to the menu and go to frames viewer, and here in frames viewer I'll choose the frame 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. I will copy it and paste straight away, and it will paste after the last selected frame. Now if I go out and go back to the music, I can see that the sound will be playing till the frame, the player will be playing till the frame 15, and then he will be lowering his trumpet. Because I had to increase the frames, I still didn't do everything that I wanted to increase the instrument, to make it bigger when the sound plays, because I have noticed that some frames are not enough. So let me just then start this doing now.
I need my space, I need my space. 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 I need my space, I need my space.
Now we have almost 15, I think 15 frames we have, and we have animated the trumpet, we have animated fingers in some places, but I would like also to add now these frames that we have in the beginning. First 5 frames, we will copy them and paste them here to the end. and then we will create a few frames that will be in the middle, and this will be a ready almost animation. We will just need to add the notes and the background that will be changing the color before we copy and paste all these animated frames, which is going to be a ready loop, and we will going to paste them till the end of the music. But we need to have 22 frames to be repeating, so the loop will be 22 frames. Right now we have 15. That's why let's go to the frame viewer and select the first 5 frames by holding it. 5 frames, those are the frames that we have the trumpet down, and let's copy it, go to the last frame, select it so that we show where to paste, and we paste after this 5 frames. So now what we have is we have 20 frames, and the animation goes like this. Yeah, and that's not enough, because we also need to have the frames that are like overshoot frames. It's called overshoot frames, and this is going to be before the movement. We have practiced this previously, the overshoot frames with the face movement. Let's do it for this situation with the movement of the player. And where do we do overshoot? We have a change of the frame over here. So before we have this movement down, we will create one more frame, and we will just copy frame and paste this frame, which we will be doing overshoot. So it means that if he's moving down, he needs to move like really down, and just like we did previously. But now I will turn on the onion skin so that I see what was happening before. If you have a paid version, you can edit the onion skin, and also you can add here the frames before and the frames after, so that you can see what was before and what was after. This is you can see the frames that is before they are red, and the after they are green. So when you will go to the frame 16, you can see that before is red, he was there. Now we need to overshoot just a little bit the movement, this animation. This is how we will do it. Just like previously we started with selecting a body. Let's select the body, just like this. Define where will be the anchor point, and move just a little bit the body here. And now as we moved a body, we need also to move the head. So let's go to the head, select the head, and move a little bit the position of the head. And we also will correct the position of the hands. Just everything that we did previously with the movement. So we're moving this hand, now another hand. To ensure that it's placed properly in these shoulders. His shoulders place. Yeah, so this is called overshoot. Now I'm going to remove the onion skin, and now you can see the difference in the movement. You see, it's more somehow live movement, like you believe it more. You see, it makes like ta. And the same overshoot we will need to do for the movement over here. For this first position, for the frame 6, let's do the overshoot. Turn on the onion skin, and when he will go up, let us make him go all the way up and back. I'm selecting the body, so I'm making the change the anchor point, moving the body just a little bit back. Now I'm going to the head. I'm moving the head just a little bit back as well, just a bit. And also I will need to move the hands just like I did previously. So we take this hand first, and move it slightly, and we will take the other hand as well. And if the onion skin is not helping, then just remove it. Okay, so we had the overshoot. Yeah, it looks more lively now. So these frames with overshoot, with these frames with overshoot, we did more lively animation. Now let's see how it sounds with. Now let's work on coloring background. We have one layer that is used as a skeleton. We don't need it anymore, so let's name it background. I just say background like this, and let's do the following. Let me hide all these frames, and we will just pick the color from our color selection, and fill with the color the whole background. Just, oh, sorry, no, I think it's not gonna work for us. So first, most probably we will have to remove the previous things. Yeah, let's do it just like this. So increase, don't forget to increase the color, and let's go to the selection tool, delete everything that you have, and now go to the fill tool and fill with yellow. And we will have to do, unfortunately, the same for all the frames. We will have to remove everywhere the skeleton. We could do it previously, but we didn't. So I'm just going to go through each frame and delete it.
Okay, Swish. Luca, we locked in. I need my space, I need my space.
Okay, we have 21 frames to add color, and we will go with the music. So you can see the music track. We will have yellow color till, let's say, track to the frame 4. So let's go to color fill and do 4 frames yellow. Let's change the color from the frame 5 to maybe color like this. Okay, maybe also 4 frames. Maybe we should go by 3 frames, but anyway, let's go like this for now. We will see how it looks later with the music. So now I will choose the other color, which is this. Maybe I can use the color that is not in our color palette, like this, just for, you know, to have something different. We'll see how it looks. In case we can change it later. Let me go to orange. And one dark orange, just like that. Yeah. So now we will add the other layers to make them visible and see it with the music. Unfortunately, the yellow doesn't work very well because it blends with the other stuff, unfortunately. So yellow has to be changed to a darker yellow, I think. Let's do it like this. A darker yellow. Should be good. Yeah, looks better. Now let's see how it blends with the music. Alright, I think it looks good. I think it's okay. Now, well, I think what we're missing is the shadows under the feet and under the chair. So we will go to the brush tool and select airbrush. And we will change the color to the gray, maybe a little bit less opacity. So I just changed the opacity. And I'm just going to draw under the feet, just like this. And we will copy what we have drawn on this colorful frame layer and paste to the rest of the frames, but not all, just yellow, okay, because we are copying also the color together with the shadow. On the other colors, like here, I cannot paste orange color, yeah, so I will have to redraw the shadow. So I'm redrawing the shadow. Basically, to make it simpler, you can just go and draw shadow under the feet of each frame. What I'm doing is I'm drawing in the beginning of the color and copy and paste to the rest of the frames with the same color. It makes me feel like I'm speeding up the work a little bit, but can be done the same by just copy pasting. I think if you draw the shadow in each frame, is going to be blinking a little bit, like, you know, because it's going to be not exactly the same location for the shadow. And maybe it's even better because it will give some kind of movement and liveliness because the shadows will be playing. Let me speed up a little bit this process until I'm done.
Okay, Swish. Luca, we locked in.
And now we're going to draw flying notes. I'm just selecting a pen. I will change color to the black, regular pen, and we will draw something that looks like notes. I will make it a little bit closer so that it's easier to draw. And I'm creating one more layer. By the way, I didn't create a layer for the shadows, I think. I thought it's like not necessary. So this layer is called notes. You can draw just on the color, don't draw on the top of the musician. It's not going to look nice. So just draw something like this. One note, two notes. Let me speed it up a little bit and come back to you.
Okay, Swish. Luca, we locked in.
Now when I'm done with drawing the notes, I will just select a lasso by lasso and copy this piece, and I will move it to the beginning, like to the place where they will, because those notes, they will fly, okay? And that's why I just turned on the onion skin to see where the notes were on the previous frame, and I'm pasting the nodes that I copied previously to the next frame and to the next frame and to the next frame and make it move. So you can see that from the first frame till the frame 5, it moved slowly through the colorful space. This is how we make it fly. And until the last node will disappear from our colorful space. It's just the same, all copy and paste, copy and paste. So now it's the last frame where we have this set of nodes. I'm going to change to white color so that we have from the frame 10, we have a new set of nodes. So I'm drawing again nodes, but now with white. And I will do the same thing. I will select with a lasso tool and I will move those nodes. I will copy, of course, select. First you have to select, click on copy. Let me remove this one, yeah. And now you can move from the frame 9 to the next frame. Frame 10 is going to be appearing a little bit more. Frame 11, let's go to frame 11, it's going to appear again a little bit more, and this is how you're moving those nodes through the space. The key here is to copy this image from the beginning so that it is in a clipboard, and then you are pasting in each new frame. Okay. I think it should be looking good. Let me end by disappearing those nodes totally on the frame 16. So I think it looks good. Now when our animation is ready, let's go and multiply this loop. Let's go to Frames Viewer and select all the frames by clicking on Select All button. Here it is, copy. This is the Select All button, copy and paste 1, paste 2, paste 3. You paste 3 times and as a result you will have 84 frames. So 84 frames is what we're going to stick with. Go to Sound, Edit, and cut the sound so that it finishes at 84. So that with the frames the sound closes. And now let's see the loop. I think it looks perfectly. Now we can export. Go to 3 dots menu and click on Export. Ready. Now your video animation is in your gallery. Thank you for watching. Subscribe.